Tadej Pogačar has done it again. Another solo attack, another title, another masterclass. Yesterday, the Slovenian superstar in the European title championships went on the attack with 75 kilometers to go, leaving everyone, including Remco Evenepoel, in the dust, and leaving us all to ask, how does he do it? Remco tried. As I mentioned, he chased for more than an hour, but the truth? No one has an answer for Tadej. And there's more racing to come, perhaps more domination. The racing or the rain continues. Tomorrow, and yeah, there's a big one this Saturday, more details to come on that. But first, let's talk about how we got here. How we got to this point in 2025. We're now at the beginning of October in total Tadej domination. The season start was unreal. The pressure on Tadej with his home team there in its tour, the UAE Tour. Tadej needed to win. He pulled it off. Overall victory at the UAE Tour. Then from there, a series of one-day races. He was focused on winning the races he doesn't yet have in his Palmars. He was unsuccessful in those, in San Remo, third, and Paris-Roubaix, second. Not bad, but not the victories, and Tadej is a winner. However, he did sweep up along the way from Strade Bianche through Liège-Bastogne-Liège, bookending with wins. Strade Bianche along the way, Flanders, and capping off his spring campaign in Liège-Bastogne-Liège. Backed off, reset, rebooted, came back fresh. This is Tadej. The Criterium du Dauphiné wins that. Remco looks a little bit not quite up to snuff there. Jonas Vingegaard joins in the racing at the stage race. That's the lead up to the Tour de France. Tadej wins there in his rainbow jersey, taking the yellow jersey, the race overall. A few weeks out from the Tour de France, where he wins his fourth title, backing up last year's title, still in the rainbow jersey, but he wouldn't have that on for long because he would soon be wearing the maillot jaune for every day of the race. Now, we get to another rest, another reboot, and he reappears at the Canadian races. He doesn't win there, but he helps his teammate Brendan McNulty pick up one of the Canadian races as he preps for the World Championships in his title defense from Zurich. This year, for the first time ever, we have our World Championships in Africa. Tadej goes there, he dominates, he attacks on the big climb, 100 kilometers out, joined by Del Toro, joined by Ayuso, then at 66.6 kilometers to go, Del Toro can't hang anymore, Ayuso's already long gone, Tadej's on a rampage, wins solo in Kigali. 1 week later, we're here in France. Tadej gets the opportunity to race in this national team race with Slovenia support, but in the rainbow jersey. He picks up his first win as 2025 world champion. It's not over yet, but so far, this is one of the most complete and dominant seasons the sport has seen. I found myself at the front and I tried to keep a good gap, around 1 minute. I don't think it was super dominant, said Tadej afterwards. Remco was chasing me and I couldn't give up until the finish line. I had to push really, really hard. I'm happy it's over and another title. Team Belgium tried everything, sending wave after wave of attacks. But as Serge Pals warned before the race, if Tadej attacks early, it'll end badly. And there he was on one of the climbs with about 76, 75 kilometers to go and just rides Remco off his wheel. One of Remco's teammates afterwards joked, "If anybody can tell me how to beat Tadej Pogačar today, I'd love to hear it." Well, they tried everything, and Remco, despite his saddle problems at the World Championships in the road race, he did pick up the time trial title. And there yesterday, with the team tactics seemingly so good for Team Belgium, he couldn't pull it off. No one has that answer on how to beat Tadej. It was probably the most fair result, Remco said afterwards. Another silver medal at the European Championships? That's a shame. Tadej Pogačar's attack was just too long. I had to let it go in the last deep section, he continued. I did my best and rode my race. It's a fair result. 18 wins so far this year, and it's not over with yet. There's still more racing to come. We're getting to that. He's winning on every terrain, time trials, cobblestones, Tour of Flanders a couple times, mountains. He's doing it. He's picking up the titles. He's picking up the victories. He's putting himself up there with the greats. Eddie Merckx, Bernardino, Fausto Coppi in a cycling era that's arguably more difficult. This is Tadej Pogačar domination. And staying on Fausto Coppi for a minute, remember I mentioned that we talk about where Tadej Pogačar is racing next. Well, you can tune in tomorrow for more racing because we have the Tre Valli Varesine. That's on Tuesday up in northern Italy in Lombardia. Then the racing continues still in the same northern region in Italy, and it's the Tour of Lombardia or Il Lombardia. And Tadej's out to match Fausto Coppi's 5-win record. But Tadej would do so winning 5 titles straight in Il Lombardia, one of the 5 cycling monuments. So now it's your turn. Let us know down in the comments. Drop your thoughts right down below. Is Tadej Pogačar the greatest ever cyclist? And if so, what makes him that? And if not, why are the riders from the 60s or 70s better than this Tadej Pogačar we have today? Also, make sure you subscribe right there. Hit that button so you're not going to miss out on any more news and reports that we have from the remainder of the 2025 season and going on to 2026 because we have the Tour de France presentation coming up. And for those races, Tre Valli Varesine, Il Lombardia, well, they're live and on demand for our viewers in Canada. There's a link to sign up so you can catch them upcoming right down in the description. So click on that link right down below. Who are the big rivals for Il Lombardia? Well, Pogačar comes in with a power-packed team. I don't think our favorite Isaac Del Toro is racing in the team, but the start list is still yet to be finalized for Il Lombardia. We do have Adam Yates in the team, and he should be a key helper for Pogačar. Rivals, well, there's always Remco Evenepoel, and Tom Pidcock will be racing. Look out for Juan Ayuso, who rode well in the Worlds and in the European Championships. Giulio Ciccone from Lidl Trek. Yes, all the teams are putting back on their trade team colors. Giulio Ciccone from Lidl Trek. And then look for Remco Evenepoel's future teammate for 2026 from Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, Florian Lipowitz. It's not over yet, but Tadej Pogačar has already rewritten cycling in 2025. This is the season we'll be talking about for years.